I'm here with three of Fort Collins' finest from the Fort Collins Police Department, Officer Casey Box, Officer David Lindsay, and Officer Maureen No. Folks, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.
So we're going to talk about the Police Unity Tour and specifically your fundraiser Thursday night at Chick-fil-A. What's happening there?
Chick-fil-A has been so kind to grant us a spirit night, November 20th from 5 to 8, and a portion of the proceeds go to the Police Unity Tour. You just have to come to the Chick-fil-A in Fort Collins and mention the Police Unity Tour or the Fraternal Order of Police, and the proceeds go to us.
To the Police Unity Tour, and y'all
Yes.
looking good in your jerseys. Tell us about the Police Unity Tour. What is that?
So the Police Unity Tour was originally founded in 1997 by 18 police officers out in New Jersey. It consisted then of just the 18 of them, and they had a goal of fundraising money for the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial, mostly to raise awareness for fallen officers who had died in the line of duty protecting their community. From there, it's expanded to now. Last year there was just under 2,000 riders, and we fundraised just under $2 million.
So the tour is a bicycle tour.
It is. So it's a bicycle tour which takes place on the East Coast. There are now several chapters from across the country, from every state. We participate with Colorado, who rides with the California chapter, and we go out to the East Coast, ride almost 300 miles over the course of 3 to 4 days, and we all end up in Washington, D.C. at the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial.
We're here with a couple of Fort Collins police officers, Officer Casey Box, Officer David Lindsay, and Officer Maureen No, talking about the Police Unity Tour and the fundraiser that's happening on Chick-fil-A on Thursday, November 20 from 5 to 8. That's on South College. Come on by and help them raise money for this this wonderful cause. So why do you all do this?
You know, primarily to raise awareness for officers who have died in the line of duty, for officers who have died protecting their communities. You know, we want to support their families, and we want to make sure that they're never forgotten. So we do this, and we do the memorial ride to ensure that. It's a great cause. It's something that we are very passionate about, obviously, from our profession. But, you know, just the how we're able to impact their families and the support we're able to give them is something that they never forget, and something that they look forward to every year as we do this every year.
Officer No, Officer Maureen No, have you been touched specifically? Has this affected your life?
Absolutely. Last year, when I participated in the ride, I rode for two officers. One officer was killed in the line of duty in 1966. He was an officer that worked with my uncle in Michigan, and he was killed in the line of duty when a suspect shot him through the door that they were trying to apprehend for a robbery. He left behind 6 kids and a wife, and I was able to meet that widow and one of her sons, who is now obviously grown. But it was impressive because the one thing that she impressed upon me was the fact that she was so thankful that no one forgot her husband, even though it had been since 1966. And it brought her to tears, just the fact that someone would remember her family member that gave his life for his community. And the fact that we don't forget our fallen officers, our brothers and sisters. And so it touched me immensely, just because of the fact that it's been so long, but for her it was like it was yesterday.
How about you? Did it ever bring you to tears?
It did. Yeah, I met with them, had breakfast with them. During the ride, we ride with a bracelet that has the name etched in it of the officer that we're riding for, that was killed in the line of duty, and I passed that bracelet on to her. It touched her, it touched me, and it brought me closer to her family, even though I was a little kid when he was killed. It was like it was yesterday for her, and it was like I was there. And I was sharing in her sorrow, but yet the joy of the fact that he was not forgotten.
I always ride for Lieutenant Corey Dellum. I'm a transplant from Florida, and when I was working in Florida, one of my lieutenants died in the line of duty during a national championship celebration. So I always ride for him. And
What, a football, NCAA college football game?
Yeah, University of Florida.
Really? Wow.
So I always ride for Lieutenant Corey Dellum, and he left behind 2 kids and a wife. So.
What happens if somebody's killed? Does their family get money from the government for a period of time, forever, anything, nothing?
So there's various programs that support the families of fallen officers. COPS is one of the biggest organizations that does that. In addition to that, obviously, the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial will assist with that, but mostly in making sure that their memory is never forgotten, helping the family come out to the memorial, providing the transportation, doing those types of things. There's an escort, there's a large ceremony that takes place out there, those types of things that help them out as well.
There's a big wall, and all their names are etched in the wall also, and that's where you ride into the memorial, and it's like a semicircle, and all the families are there meeting us. It's a very emotional event right in.
So coming from the Mecca, do you ever invite the guys to be like, hey, you got to come to Fort Collins and ride out where it's beautiful with us, right?
We always invite them to come out here and ride in the mountains that we have, but unfortunately the altitude seems to always set them back a little bit. No one seems to want to take on the challenge.
No, maybe we'll get some kind of exchange program or something going on. Got to get them out here to enjoy some of our bike trails.
Agreed.
Right. Well, the Police Unity Tour sounds excellent. The fundraiser for right now is the Chick-fil-A event on November 20, 2014. That's Thursday on South College Avenue from 5 to 8. Come on out and support the Police Unity Tour. But as we move forward, there's going to be more opportunities to raise funds. So how do we contact you? How do we find information besides this blog post and this video?
Absolutely. So we here from Fort Collins, we participate with Team Colorado. Each rider is required to fundraise about $2,000, which we donate to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial and to the Police Unity Tour.
Yeah.
So it's a required donation.
Yeah.
So as part of that, we'll be fundraising throughout the rest of the year up until May 2015, which is when the Police Unity Tour is. Anyone that's interested in making a donation to us or to support Team Colorado as we continue our fundraising efforts and then journey out there and complete the Police Unity Tour can reach out to me, David Lindsay. You can contact me at dlindsay, DLINDSAY, at fcgov.com or at 970-416-2634.
Beautiful. Anything else we missing?
You can find out more information on Unity Tour if you want at policeunitytour.com.
PoliceUnityTour.com. Beautiful. Well, I said before we started recording that I called you all, the police, at 3:30 this morning because somebody was burglarizing my car, and we caught him. So I really appreciate you being there. It's an amazing feeling. And I also just wrote a blog post saying that your best source of protection is probably in your pocket already. It's your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Take a picture, call the police. That's probably the best thing you can do. And, it's an amazing feeling to not only have the police, but the firefighters and the EMTs. It's like you're sitting there waiting for something to go wrong, and then you're going to come help to fix it right away. So if I get myself injured, I'm going to have people just rushing to my side to save me. It feels amazing. So thanks for all you do. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.